Good morning, Flosstube. Today is the 28th of May and this is my May 2019 update. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. So today we will do the usual whips, new starts if I have any, finishes again if I have any. Life update. There really isn't much to say. My life is quite boring. Stitching mostly. I still go to bingo on a Tuesday, and on the first Saturday of every month, bingo, the one that we go to, Grout Bingo in Gosport, do a flyer that they send to you in the post with money, like guaranteed money in it, so you can win £5, £10, £20, 50, 100 or 500, and you can't open it, and they have to open it at the bingo hall. Normally it's just a £5, and the session that we go to in the evening is £5 for the main book and 2 other flyers, so you're basically getting free bingo if that's all you want to do. The most I have had in that flyer was £50, but my sister has had £100 in hers. That's her maximum. So fingers crossed, because it's this coming Saturday that is the next flyer. And what they've done for the last few months is, if you go to the first Saturday one, hand over your flyer, they'll then give you another flyer for the following Saturday. So we're going 2 Saturdays in a month now, which is fun. I still don't win, never win, but it's social is the main reason I go. Get to spend time out the house, time away with my friends, so it's good. One day I will come in and I will say, I've won big, I've won a couple of £100. I'd be happy. I will be more than happy. To be honest, I'd be happy with 30 quid, 20 quid, even up to tenner. Do I win it? No. The other people that I go with, they win. There's normally 3 or 4 of us, and it's very unlikely that in a week when we go that nobody will win. Somebody will always generally win in our table, even if it's just like the one line that's £4 or something. It's not normally me. Not that I'm bitter, it's just once in a while I would like it just to be me. Everyone keeps saying that I'm waiting for a big win. We'll wait and see with that. So that's bingo. As you know from my last video, I said that I joined Slimming World. Yeah. First week, first proper weigh-in, first week, I put on £1.5. I can't remember what I did that week, but I got on the scales and went, yeah, no, that's okay. So it was about 3 weeks ago. I can't remember that. Then the following week we had the big boss man's birthday, turned 80, so we did just a little party thing in the office, made cakes, brought in sausage rolls, quiche, Pringles, you know, just a little party buffet. But we had alcohol in the office. It was at lunchtime. Only a tiny little bit. Champagne. I don't like champagne. I had a sip. I went, look, no, can't drink that. Didn't drink that. So I didn't have any. So there was then the food lasted 3 or 4 days. So that was on the Monday. We were still eating cake the Thursday and the Friday. So there was a lot of cake. It was really nice. It was a nice way to celebrate the birthday. So went into slimming Saturday morning. Went, oh crap, that's been a lot of cake. Got on the scales. I maintained. You know what? I'm really happy with that. Considering how much cake that I ate, I was really happy with that. Obviously, I obviously made the good choices where I could with the dinners and that, so. But because I wasn't expecting a maintain, I made a deal with Daryl that if I lost or maintained, that we would get a Domino's pizza, because he'd been craving pizza, I'd been craving pizza. I was just like, fine. If I maintain or lose, we will get a pizza. I didn't think that I would lose or maintain, which is why I made this deal. Yeah, I maintained, didn't I? It's pizza. Yeah. So we had that the Sunday night. Leftovers Monday night. So I had pizza for 2 nights in a row. Then rest of the week got on plan. I actually started this will sound really, really weird, but I started having sandwiches for breakfast and making myself eat about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, because normally I don't eat. I will wait until probably lunchtime or 11 o'clock. I'll then have an apple, which will then get me through to 12 for my lunch. So this week I went, no, I'm going to make myself eat breakfast. And I've done all the overnight oats before and the fruit salads, and I don't think they ever have really helped me. But over Christmas, last Christmas and the Christmas before actually, I was always eating quite big breakfast, but it was always like a fry up, or Dara would go to the co-op just down the road and get a salad or a pasta salad or a sandwich or something like that, and we'd be eating about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And over Christmas, with all that really bad stuff, the chocolate and the cakes and all of that, I'd only put on half, or I'd maintain. I think the first year I even lost, and it's just like, how the hell can I be doing that? And I've been thinking the last week or so, how is that happening? How is that happening? Are you fooling? Sorry. How is that happening? And then just something clicked in the back of my mind. It's because you're eating really early on. You're getting your metabolism started. But as I said, I've tried the overnight oats. I used to eat them at about 10 o'clock, and still I'd only maintain or something like that. It must be like the sandwiches. That's the only thing that I could have done. Sandwiches. So for 3 days last week, Monday, Tuesday, yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I made myself a ham salad sandwich using the 3 slices of crustless wholemeal bread, because you can have that as your healthy bee, with ham, spinach, cucumber, pepper, and then a tiny little bit of mayo. And I'm putting it down to having all that, having that as my maintain this week, because I maintained again this week, and that's with the pizza on the Sunday, the pizza on the Monday, and Kim at work. This is her last week, so the Friday, the day before weigh-in, we had our monthly Big Fat Friday, and we let her choose, because it's her last one. She may not come, she probably won't come to any of the others, so we thought, go out of the way, you choose what you want. Yeah, she chose Pizza Hut buffet. So, not only did I have pizza on the Sunday, pizza on the Monday, I then had pizza again on the Friday. And I still came in with a maintain on that Saturday. And I'm personally putting it down to the ham salad sandwiches for my breakfast. Yes, I get very weird looks from my colleagues at work, but we'll wait and see. Wait and see if this theory actually works, or whether or not it was just a fluke last week. So that's pretty much. Look, I'm at 12 minutes and I've been talking about sandwiches and pizza. No stitching. So yeah, that is the most exciting thing going on. No, I lie. The most exciting thing going on at the moment are these random impromptu meetups that we have. The South Stitchers. We meet up because Jen comes down from Wales, and we meet up on a Wednesday evening, and we stitch and we talk and we laugh, and it goes on to about 11 o'clock at night. And because that's over in Portsmouth, and because I live in Gosport, I then have to get around. I'm not getting back until midnight. I'm being like a proper dirty little stop out and not getting in till midnight. And I love those evenings, absolutely love them. Jen is next down at the end of June, so we'll probably start talking about that then. She has said that we can do one sooner. Obviously she won't be there, so we'll put a message on the group chat and see if we want to. But it's so much fun. We have such a good laugh. The last one was last week. Yeah, it was last week, because we had cakes and donuts, because it's Louise's birthday on the Friday. So again, I had a donut. I only had one. I restrained myself. So, but it's so much fun. We all have a laugh. Kim's there from KLT. We raid her stash. Obviously we pay her, but we raid her stash. We look at each other's progress on it, and it's so much fun. So if anybody that's local that's watching this that doesn't have that sort of group, if you're local to Fareham Gosport, Portsmouth area, send me a message and we'll you know, you're invited. Come on, it's so much fun. And if you're thinking that you want to set up your own group out there for all your local stitchers, do it. You will meet so many amazing people and make so many amazing friends. You should, really, you should. Speaking of that evening, that leads me on to, quite nicely, the stitching. Because that evening, I got to finish. Whoop, whoop. I know what you're thinking. After the thing, it was 5 starts last month. I should have at least had 1. And at least I got 1. So I finished the KOT Ollie Owl. I used the Colourful Colours just on 14 count Ada. Get ready. There he is. My Ollie Owl for Team KOT. He's our little mascot. What I am hoping to do is I'm hoping to put him in a hoop and have him as a hoop decoration. Oh, that hanging up on the wall. So that was one of my finishes. The second finish that I have, I don't think I've shown you this before. If I have, I apologise. But as I said earlier, it's Kim's last week this week at work. Not KLT Kim. Please don't confuse her for the KLT Kim. My work colleague at the accountancy firm, Kim, is leaving. She just doesn't think this is her right career path, which is fine. If you're not happy in your job, it's not worth staying in it. You need to find yourself a job that you are happy in. So, anyway. Her last week, she does cross stitch a little bit. So, we decided that we would do her, she loves chocolate, she's like 20, I think. I don't even know how old she is. Yeah, she's 20. She loves chocolate. So what we're doing is we're doing her a box. We're just going to fill it with chocolate and hot chocolate and marshmallows and that'll be her leaving present. But I've also done this bookmark kit for her. Just stitched it as a bookmark. So you only get one in the pack. You can either get that one or that one. This one's obviously dotted at this, so this is the one I've got for her. It's the one that I finished. I have altered it a little bit, as you will see. So that's the kit, and that's what I've done. Put her name at the top. It does need an iron. It's flattened in a. Anyway. And I've taken the mice off the bottom. I don't like the mice, and I've just replaced it with "Sorry You're Leaving." So, and I've just backed it with some felt. So those are my 2 finishes. I think this is a kit by Vervico. I think it's just on 14 count Ada. It looks like 14 count Ada because the coverage isn't the best. Probably check that out. But on the back of the packaging, it shows you all the other different ones that you can get. I love the deer and I love the poppy. So I'd probably get another one, possibly. So that's my 2 finishes. Yeah. My whips, I have been doing quite a bit of stitching. I am part of Magical Stitches. I know you're probably all fed up with that at the moment, but yes, I am part of Magical Stitches. I've been there since I think the 1st or 2nd week in January, so I'm part of the original early people, so I've been there. Yes, there has been drama, and it's sort of made me feel that I don't want to be part of that, because I am a Slytherin. I've always been a Slytherin. I think that was my first choice, possibly. So, actually it might have been my second. It was either my first or my second choice, which I'm fine with. But after all the drama that went on, that I don't feel like I want to be part of that anymore. I am a firm believer that you can stitch whatever you want, obviously to a degree. There's no racism or hatred or things like that, but you should be able to stitch what you want and be able to express yourself through your craft. And after all the drama that has gone on, I feel like they are restricting that they've put, yes, each group are allowed to have their own rules. I'm not saying you're not, but after everything that went on, they're not allowing people to express themselves fully through that stitching. If that makes sense. Anyway, no more about that. But it did help me stitch more doing the homeworks. So I lost my motivation to do that. Not stitch, just the magical. But there is a new group that I am part of, which is called the Stitchy Quest to Destroy the One Ring, and it's Lord of the Rings based in The Hobbit, and that is one of my all-time favourite movies and series. So when that got started up, I was like, yes, boom, done it. I am on that. And I am enjoying it so much. So much. This week's task is regarding, we're doing the Hobbit first. So we're doing the dwarfs and the colour of their cloaks. So there was 13 dwarfs, and each one had a different colour cloak on. So you have to stitch the colours of the cloaks. I have done, because they start on a Saturday, so they run Saturday to Friday. I think I've done about 4 or 5 colours, and they were all on Maleficent. So Maleficent got a lot of stitching done the last couple of days, and yesterday was a bank holiday, so I had an extra day to stitch, no work. And so Maleficent, mind blank, has had a lot of work on her, not just because of the Stitchy Quest. The main reason she's been stitched on every single day, apart from about 3 days in May, and that is because of Pj Mania. So the rules of Pj Mania, oh sorry, the set Pj Mania was set up by Jen. Her beautiful cat PJ unfortunately got run over, so she decided to set up an event for PJ called Pj Mania, and you had to stitch every day in May at least 10 stitches on either a full coverage, something with cats in it, or something with yellow tones, with yellow in it. So obviously my Maleficent is a Heaven Earth, it is a full coverage, so Maleficent got a lot of work done in May because of Pj Mania and helping with the tasks and that. So for anybody that's new and hasn't seen what Maleficent is that. My Heaven and Earth. It's only a mini. But yesterday I managed to get a page finish. So that is now the top row fully complete. Page 1, page 2, page 3, and then this stupid little partial over here, which is literally 3 rows. 3 columns. Stitches. Just literally 3. So the top row of Maleficent is now complete. I think I said it in my last video that the frame was getting really annoying and I was getting fed up with it. So I am going to move her onto the R&R frame that I got from the charity shop, the 17 by 17. My grime guards I brought, hopefully coming this week. She messaged me yesterday asking if I wanted them posted or collected at the next meetup, and I've opted to have it posted. That way I can just get her off that frame and get her onto a different one. So, but yes, with the frame, the 17 by 17, she would just about fit on it lengthways, so I won't need to move her there, and she's just a little bit longer than 17 inches. Actually, I think she's a bit longer, quite a bit longer than 17. I don't have the measurements, but I think I worked it out that I'd only have to move her once on the frame down to be able to complete her. So that is Maleficent. She is stitched on 18 count magic guide, Ada. So I'm counting a page finish as a semi-finish ish. But yes, so that's done. If you've seen, I've now got my needle minder that I got from Magpie's Minders on there that I won. Literally, I showed them on my last video, and the second that video stopped, I put her straight on there, and she just fits on so well. Love her so much. So thank you, Claire, again, if you're watching. So obviously stitched on Maleficent mostly, had the Ollie Owl finish and the bookmark. The other two projects that I've worked on, I've literally had to put in about probably not even 100 stitches on both, but we'll get there. So the first one is my Kaleidoscope Dragon. I will be using this one for the Stitchy Quest challenges that are going on. Definitely the Hobbits one, because you need to do, I think it's 2 in red, and there's purple and yellow. Well, that's got purple and yellow and red in there, so that one will work quite well on that. The only one that I may not get done is the grey. Somebody's got a grey cloak, and I don't think I've got any project that has grey in it, so we'll wait and see. Yes. Next project was the Kaleidoscope Dragon. The last time I showed you this, I had done everything apart from that little bit. So I've only done this tiny little bit on this stitching, on this project. I've done the feet down here and a tiny little bit more over here. But that's all that I've done. It's a tiny amount. I hate leaving threads like this. I would rather use them all up, but I think I was stitching this in my lunch break and a client came in that I had to sign off the accounts with, so this had to get put away. So, and up there is my Pj Mania that Jen got me for participating in Pj Mania. She's so cute. She was so cute. So, yes. Kaleidoscope Dragon. Tiny little bit of progress. I think this is going to be my lunchtime stitching for the next couple of weeks. So that's that one. Then last night, after I finished the page, I was like, right, I'm gonna stop that for the moment. I don't fancy stitching on that. It was an achievement on Maleficent and it was almost dinner time anyway, so cooked dinner and went, yeah, I'm not picking that up now for the rest of the night. So I picked up and literally did about 200 maybe stitches on this, and it is the Chicken Sow by KLT Charting. Last time you saw it was a very long time ago, and although this shell had been outlined, I think only from about there upwards was half stitch. So I just filled that in, and I'm filling in the egg now. These will just be lines straight down, and I am using DMC variegated, I think it's 115. Ah! I thought I'd lost my needle, but it's there. It's there. I had to get another one for my stash. Yes, you can't have a chicken sow without a chicken needle minder, can you? No, you cannot. This is the one that I got in the Easter countdown. This was day 1. Cute little chick. So, her next, KLT's next sow is coming out in, well, it's already out to buy, but the first section, of it doesn't come out till mid-June. So in about a couple of weeks. I have, I think, the most of the threads. I I'm just waiting on the fabric to arrive. I've brought some hand dyed fabric from Chromatic Alchemy for it. This is a hand dyed Chromatic Alchemy fabric, yellows and light pinks, and this was a limited one of her fabric of the months. I don't know which month, but it's called Fruit Salad and it's 18 count. So that is that. My dragon was a kit and it came with just plain 14 count Ada. I don't like 14 count Ada. I'll get it done, but I don't like the coverage on my dragon. So I've done a lot of work on it, so I won't give up the project. I'm not generally one that will give it up. If I've spent that long on it, I'd rather just finish it. I don't know what I'm going to do with the dragon when it's finished. I have an idea of what I want to do with the chicken sow once it's finished, but considering I'm not even 1/9 of the way through, it's going to take a while for this one to finish. And that is all that I've worked on the last, I think it's 3 weeks since I last saw you. So we will go on to haul. I've tried to cut down on what I buy because I'm running out of space and I can't stitch it quick enough. But the first thing I got was just the latest issue of the World of Cross Stitching. I just love this dog. I think it's a Cocker Spaniel. It's so cute. Saw that one. Yeah, I like that. So I brought that last Monday in Tesco's, and it comes with this little kit, which is not to my taste at all. So I brought that on the Monday, and then I think it was the Wednesday, somebody posted on one of the Facebook groups that if you brought this magazine from Sainsbury's, you got a free magazine additional to it that was in the pack. And I was like, oh, okay, it's not, you know, I've already brought it. I don't know what magazine it is. Yeah, it was the Ultimate Cross Stitch Cat and Dogs that you got free with it. This was worth £9 and you got that for free. I was just like, well, I might as well just buy the magazine again. So I brought the magazine again for £5 to get a £9 magazine. So I did that, and there is so many really nice projects in this. Some that are obviously not to my taste. I like that, but I think the cat's face looks a little bit derpy. Derpy cat. So beautiful Cocker Spaniel. It looks like my mum's next door neighbour's dog, Oscar. Look at that. Look at how he's looking at you. Look at those big brown eyes. They are adorable. Absolutely adorable. Obviously it's got some Margaret Sherry in there. I'm not a fan of her. I find that she does some really nice charts, but they're just a little bit too cartoony and cutesy for my liking. So this one, Peekaboo Pussycat, is coming out of the bag. Look how cute that is. sleeping on a cushion. Can't show you those because they've got on the same page. There's the cat on the cushion. Cat cushion. There's one that's for a Labradoodle. And if you have seen my other ones, you will know that I have a Labradoodle. I have a white Labradoodle. So I'm considering changing those, the blacks for whites, and making a Lexi, stitching a Lexi. Then we've got Barking Mad. 42, they've got 42 designs on there. So, mostly the different breeds: Basset Hound, Greyhound, Rough Collie, Great Dane, Dalmatian, a Westie, West Island White Terrier, Chow Chow, Red Setter, Foxhound. They've got so many. I mean, it's just page after page of the breeds, the dogs. But the main reason I got this, one was for the Scotty Westie alphabet. And the other was for the Tartan Terriers. I want to do the Westie. The Westie, I love Westies. I used to have 2 of them, called George and Millie. Millie was my baby. We grew up together, I think. She died about 7 years ago, 6.5, 7 years ago, and she was almost 13, I think, when she died. So that's 20 years ago ish that we would have got her. I was 7. Yeah, I was 7. So we grew up together. She was there through it all. She was there when I ended up in hospital when I was 11 years old. Doctors paralysed me because I was just flailing everywhere. I was put to sleep for 2 days. So when I came out of hospital, I had to sleep on the sofa downstairs because I couldn't handle the stairs. And she wouldn't leave my side at all. She wouldn't leave me. I remember the phone rang when I was home, and I was determined to answer the phone because my mum was out in the back garden cutting the grass. So the phone rang, and I went and I got up. I managed to make it to the phone and answer the phone. And it was somebody from my mum. I think it was my granddad for my mum. So then I was slowly making my way to the back door because I hadn't properly learned to walk again. And through all of that, she was there. She was barking at me to sit back down or something like that. She was just barking at me, and she never used to bark ever. Well, she did. She used to bark, but she never used to bark at me. So she did. She was running. She'd bark at me. She'd then run to the back door and bark at my mum. Then run back, bark at me. Then run back and bark to my mum. So she obviously knew that I wasn't supposed to be up and out about, and she wanted to warn my mum. And Millie was a really stupid dog. She was like really stupid. It turns out she was inbred, so, and she come from a puppy farm, which we obviously didn't know at the time, but she was really stupid. Our other dog George, who was again a Westie, he was a purebred, he was a pedigree, and you could tell the difference between him and her. His coat was thick, it was soft, it was nice. He looked like a Westie. She didn't. She did not look like a Westie. She was scruffy. Her skin wasn't the best and her fur was thin. It felt oily and greasy all the time. And no matter what we did, it would still be greasy and oily. Not the nicest, but we didn't know that at the time. If we did, obviously we wouldn't get her, but she was absolutely lovely and adorable. I don't know if you can see that, but that is her. That is my Millie. With a dragon, dinosaur, soft toy. There she is. She was adorable. She was the best dog ever. Okay. And she was my dog. So, yeah. That's why I want to do. That's why I love Westies, because of her. And George, but mostly because of her. I have had her charted into her picture into a cross stitch. I have yet to get round to do it, obviously, and I'm hoping to start that next year. We'll have to wait and see. She will get done eventually, but looking at the chart now, I was so happy with it when I got it, but looking now at it, it looks quite dark, and I think should be more brown than white, so we'll just have to wait until I get there. Anyway, rest of the haul. There's only a couple of things left. Kim, KLT, last Wednesday posted up that she'd done more hand-dyed fabric, and because she's not a proper dyer, well, she is a proper dyer, but she's not selling and dyeing at the moment. As soon as she posted some up, I was like, yep, bought that. So I got some 25 count plain even weave 13 by 18 called Rum and Raisin. I think this would look really nice with maybe like a map on it. Because it would look like that old style map. I have a couple of maps that I want to do. One of them is the Middle-earth map, but I think I'll just do that on plain fabric. I also have the Skyrim map. I got that on Etsy, so that might look quite nice on that. Then the next one, I've got to make this quick, it's now 8 o'clock and I should be leaving, is called Thunder Brews. It's 18 count 13 by 18. Really nice greys. A little bit of blue in that. I can't resist her fabric, it's absolutely amazing. And that, so I will always buy her fabric over everybody else's. If I had a choice, it would always be Kim's. So the last one is Pompey Tides 20 count Ada 13 by 14. I mean, look at that. Look at that fabric. Look at that colour. Look at that. It's just absolutely stunning. An amazing fabric. So that actually reminds me of Pacific Rim Kaiju. So wait and see what, I don't have any plans for these projects yet, maybe the fundraising for the map, but apart from that I've got no idea what I want to do with that. And the other two items I got were just some Christmas books. I know, Christmas, it's a long way off, but they were from a family. They gave all the stuff to Jen so she could either sell it on or that and give the money back to them, because it was a relative that died, so not one of Jen's, but somebody that she knew, one of the family's relatives that had died, so I brought those, and I think that is all of it. So I apologise for my rambling. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you all to you for liking and commenting on my videos. Thank you all for subscribing, and I'm hopefully see you in a couple of weeks. I do have a week off in the middle of June, hoping to get some more stitching done, so I will hopefully do a video then. Thank you, bye.